Alright, today we are going to look at installing a maintenance kit on one of the new HP M633 printers from Hewlett-Packard. This happens to be the Z variant with all the bells and whistles and the extra trays. But this will also work on the M631, M632, and M633 in all of their configurations. What we're going to look at here, through all my mess, is the contents of the J8J87A maintenance kit from Hewlett-Packard. This is the brand new OEM kit available now, and what's in it. First thing, very important, if you ever get lost, there's a very comprehensive manual right here because some things have changed since previous models. We have that manual right there that'll run you through everything. Obviously we have a transfer roller, the fuser itself, and all these little bagged fancy rollers and roller assemblies with little orange tools that come with them. You will need the orange tools. Pay attention to them. This can be a little bit daunting, but it's actually quite simple once you get the hang of it. Pretty much everything we're going to be doing is on the right-hand side of the machine. Tray 2 is hidden under this cover here. Now, of course, trays 3 and 4 are for us on our bottom stand. To get access to tray 2, open up the right-hand side. You'll see the fuser. The fuser has standard trigger releases, just like every other fuser in the last few years. You hold both sides, pull it straight out, and you can swap your fuser. Make sure your machine is off at this point. In here you can see the transfer roller that we'll replace, and you can see the actual drum from the toner. While you're working on the pickup rollers and separation rollers, go ahead and close this up just so we don't get light damage on the drum for the toner, because we may have this open for quite a while, and these drums are incredibly photosensitive. Don't leave them out in the light, even office light, for too long. Keep them covered up. Machines, when the cartridge is out of the machine, whatever. Again, true Hewlett-Packard fashion, we got blue for fusers, we got little green markers to get into everywhere else, and this bottom green marker behind this door takes you to the tray 2 rollers and assemblies that we need to change out. So if I can get this focused here on what we're going to work on, this tool is the only tool that comes loose in the maintenance kit. This is going to be for taking off the lower assembly. Again, that manual has step-by-step instructions in every language known to man, but sometimes it helps to have a video to walk you through this. These 3 tabs in the middle of this thing lock in right here on this lower assembly. You'll hear it click, and you know you're in. Pay attention anywhere you see an arrow. For example, on the left side of this lower assembly there is an arrow, and that will help us line things up on the way out. From here, you grab this thing. Again, we kind of went in at an angle and clicked it down, clicked it in until we heard a click. From here it moves to the left, and I found from there you just gotta jiggle it. Oh, don't forget to open your tray. Don't forget to open your tray. It does help with this process. Jiggle it and it will work its way out for you. Here is the lower roller assembly. Again, there's one roller in there. I'm guessing that one's a separation roller. But it does have to sit in this whole doodad for it to work. There'll probably be aftermarket rollers available sometime in the future just to replace this little thing on the inside. But for now, OEM kits are the way to go. So this exact thing is replicated in your kit, just minus this tool. And again, it clips off just that easily. You can keep this one, chuck it, give it to someone as a souvenir, and from your kit, gather a brand new one. Again, same thing, click it in, ready to go, and it will go in on top of this little tab. Don't do it yet, because we have to get the upper roller off, the upper assembly off, and to do that, this piece has to be off. So I'm going to pause for a second, reorient my camera, and get a good focus, and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, so now we're going to look at the upper assembly here. I've reoriented the camera to get a slightly better view. The other thing that there's 4 or 5 of, there's 5 of these in your kit, is this upper roller assembly. Again, this time there's 2 rollers in there. One of them is a separation and one is a pickup. I'm guessing that's our separation. It's going to line up above the first assembly, and that's your actual pickup that's doing the work of moving the paper forward. They come pre-mounted in these pretty little orange things, orange tools. There's a tool that comes with each and every roller set, but to get the old one out, we're going to have to pull it apart and dig in. So what you can see right here is the upper roller assembly. The trick here is to get a fingernail on it and click it down. That click down will give you access to it with the tools, much like the lower assembly. If you slide it in, you get a click. Now, bring the whole thing over to the left until it sticks, and then it will pull out just as simply. Things to remember, again, anywhere there is an arrow, pay special attention because they're trying to tell you something. And when you're reinserting, pay attention to this little clip on the top, because if it's not in there all the way or not properly attached, you're going to have paper feed problems and you're going to wonder why. Again, as with the previous roller set, we're just going to pull the tool off, take our new roller, click it on there, or if you have one that's ready to go, do that. Now, this one's tricky because it's spring-loaded. What you're going to do is you're going to pay attention to that arrow, and I have positioned my camera horribly, but around here there is a small green arrow at the top of this assembly. Line up the arrow on the roller set and get it into that spot. You'll feel it come into place. Move the whole thing to the right. It's actually what we're doing is we're getting it onto this barb, this drive bar right here. That's going to go into that right side little star drive. So again, line up your arrows, push it in, get it to the right, and you'll feel it when it's correct. It won't be able to move in and out. This is kind of cool. This is spring-loaded. So then this little blue bit right here, on the left-hand side, you see it hanging down. Push it up, and you'll feel it jump towards the back of the printer and into place. From there, you are locked and loaded, and you can pull your tool off carefully, and then you'll see this bit still hanging down. Click it up, and it's out of the way. At this point, bear special notice if that little top clip did not attach properly. You'll actually see that whole white assembly hanging low in the tray. That's improper. That's going to cause you problems as soon as you close that tray. Make sure it's not hanging down. You should not be able to see it hanging down lower than 90 degrees. If you did, it's incorrect. So from here, easy reassembly. We've got that one in. We've got it clipped up. We're going to take the lower assembly. We're going to line it up with the arrow on the little white bar here. And we're just going to slide it over to the right until we feel it click. That is solid. Pull out your tool. And there you go. That is tray 2. That is basically how all of these work. Get it closed back up again. Don't forget to swap your transfer roller. Again, real easy. But the rollers are going to be really where your trouble is. If any questions, refer to your manual. And don't forget to swap your fuser. Get your parts out of the way, close it up. Here is where the rest of your rollers are located. If you have the stand, don't forget to open your trays. Little green bars, open everything up. Little green bar, and you have the exact same setup going on tray 3 and on tray 4. That's how you swap your rollers in your basic maintenance kit on an M633, M631, M632 in all of their configurations. Again, all this stuff is part of the kit. Super easy once you know what you're doing, but it can be a little daunting with these new and fun and improved HP tools. Thanks for watching. Shop at AdvantageLaser.com or ADVLaser.com.